Yeah. What's really happening? What's really happening? Miami, what they do. Florida, what they do. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy OG Gigavelli, the host of the fastest growing podcast in Miami. What they do. Thanks to every last one of y'all, man, that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and OG gonna keep doing what he do. But before I get into the interview tonight, let's give a special shout out to Click. I'm talking about we a partnership. Y'all know that day coming up, man. Y'all want to talk to that Click? Make sure y'all get there. Y'all tap into them boys, man. For real, man, right? But, hey, I'm going to have to invest into a teleprop, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Because when I keep bringing y'all talent like I'm bringing y'all tonight, this guest that I have, man, I had to prepare an intro for her, man. So I'm going to read off the paper. Man, y'all bear with me for a minute. Tonight, we are honored to welcome a true force of nature, Anonka Dixon, born into greatness as the daughter of Denville Limptron, a legendary saxophonist of KC and the Sunshine Band. Proudly hailing from Brown Sub, my hood. Shout out to the Sub, man. Anonka's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. From her roots in the music to her time as a quarterback in the LFL. She has lived a life of passion and resilience and breaking barriers. Mentored for over 20 years by the icon Alvin Speights of LaFace Records. Y'all know that's Babyface them, right? She has crafted her own legacy as the founder of Against All Odds music group, empowering artists to strive. Anonka also shares a profound connection with the late Jonathan Royce Black, a brilliant entertainment attorney whose impact and hers will forever be remembered. Anonka, your story is proof that resilience in a heart can turn dreams into reality, inspiring everyone you touch. Let's come on, Ray, and celebrate the powerhouse of Anonka Dixon. And let's dive into her incredible story.
How you doing? What it do?
Man, whatever we tell them, thank you for coming in, man. Hey, listen, it was very hard getting through all the things that man, listen, you got an incredible, this going to be an incredible interview, man. Trust me. I see you ain't by yourself.
Well, I brought the team with me.
Yeah, well, tell them come on in. We got room for them.
Okay. So right here we have my partner, A&R producer, and DJ Rovsky.
Good to meet you, man. Thanks for coming in, man. Have a seat, brother.
My other partner and artist, Cap Kush, Mr. Man of the Year.
What's going on, man? I see you, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for supporting. Have a seat, sir.
It's part of the team. This ain't everybody.
That ain't everybody?
No.
Okay, we finna find out what all y'all got going on, man. Me and my team, we had our work cut out, man. You been in this thing for a while, sister.
Yeah.
You been in this thing for a while, and I prepared a little questionnaire to let everybody know exactly why the OG put this suit on and laid the carpet out.
You look good in that suit.
Thank you. You the first one I put the suit on for.
Listen, you make me feel like I was underdressed. See, I caught myself doing my little research, and I kind of bombed out.
Nah, you fly. You looking fine. You looking very fine. I love that shirt and everything. You know what I mean? And I see you brought the team with you. Yeah. But hey, like I said, man, I had the opportunity, man, to look at your career, and I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Like, I'm very impressed. And one of the first things, like I said in the opening, like, you've been into sports and the music, right? And so I prepared for some questions, because you're not the only one like that, but you're the only female that I know.
Childhood dream.
Right, so let me get right into that part right now. I'm gonna let y'all know, man, like, it's other artists, and I recently interviewed one, and I'm gonna mention him, so let me get into the first question. Sports and entertainment often go hand in hand. We're athletes like Deion Sanders, Roy Jones, because y'all know Roy Jones rapped a little bit too, right? And Major 9, that's the one I was talking about. I recently had the opportunity to interview Major 9. I will be dropping that soon, because he got a new project coming out. And I know you familiar with 9.
Yeah, very.
But both of you and 9, was into football, and now y'all into music. So the question is, right, how was it successfully navigating both worlds? A two-part question. And as someone who excelled in both, were there moments when you felt like you was torn between one, the sports and the music, and what ultimately led you to chose music as your, your primary focus?
Well, for me, like music has always been an inspiration to me. Like like growing up, I used to be the little kid that fall asleep listening to the radio. So it's always been a part of my life, and I grew up around music. Like I love music, and then I've been an athlete my whole life. I'm the kid that wear the Walkmans to practice. So it's always in my head. It always went hand in hand. But I knew, like growing up, I was gonna be an athlete, and then after I retire, I'm gonna get into the business. But I just didn't know where in the business when I was growing up.
Okay,
And eventually, I found my way.
let me get into a little more dive. Like growing up, we know the football came first, right? Oh, I don't know, the football or the music came first, but you ultimately you was a quarterback. Like you was into and I watched some clips of your games, like your arm. Like you had an arm like a guy. Like if I didn't know your gender, I would have thought like that was like Dan Marino or somebody throwing that ball, man. You know what I mean? I seen some of your games, right? And they was on the mark, right? Come on, take us.
So,
did your dad throw the ball to you
no,
or
he
come
was
on?
not an athlete. Shout out to them boys that I grew up with on 50th Street, like Don Shay, Quincy, Taiwan, Tyrese, William, all them boys, my brothers, like my cousins. Like I grew up playing football with the boys from like 5, 6 years old.
Was y'all playing touch or tackle?
Throw up tackle, did 7-on-7, 11-on-11, did all that.
And what was your position when y'all was growing
I played
up?
it all, quarterback, safety, wide receiver, running back, I did all that.
I wasn't gonna let you embarrass me out there like that, man. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have played with you.
Oh, listen.
I wouldn't have played. No. They laughing, but I'm dead ass, man. Y'all feel where I'm coming from? Y'all feel where I'm coming? I can't let her get off on me like that.
That's exactly why I didn't continue playing Optimus football. That same attitude right there. The boys like, no, she can't be out. They was trying to kill me.
Man, I'm telling you, man, because I seen
But
y'all happen to see some of her games. I seen some of your games, like you on the mark, man. I'm talking about ball right there. Then the quarterback, that's the brains of the whole, you know what I mean? That's who calling the plays. That's who, you know what I'm saying, bringing the team and rallying the team on. So you good at what you was doing.
You know what? I gotta give that to my homeboy Will and my coach Ryan Collins, because they created that. Like Will taught me the game of football, and Ryan sharpened my skills because he really worked on my mechanics, me having a vision, knowing how to read defense and all that.
So let me ask you something. Like I just mentioned, you was a quarterback, right? I'm gonna get back on the questionnaire, but as I think about it, right, being a quarterback and being the leader, basically the captain of the team, the leader, the one who the plays coming through. Yeah. Do you still feel like you're a quarterback in the music industry, like right now, what you're doing today?
I actually turned what I was doing into the football field because I was getting so much static being a woman in a male-dominant business. And I know in my head, I'm one of the best female quarterbacks in the world. So I'm going to take that attitude, apply it to this music business, and I'm going to tear this up.
Oh, you can speak how you feel on here, so man. Real, you going to tear this shit up.
I'm going to tear this shit up, okay. And I'm going to make them pay for it.
Right. That part, man. So I'm going to get back to the questionnaire. Yeah. But I had to it made me think like a quarterback, that's a captain. That's someone that's lead. And
you gotta make everybody around you better.
Right. Okay, now. So we gonna you answered that. Let's get into about since we talking about being a quarterback in the music industry right now, let's talk about your business side right now. We are against all odds, right? I prepared a few questions to kind of get an understanding what against all odds. First, where that name came from. And before I ask my question, what that name against all? Because I remember Tupac saying against all odds. Yeah. How did that apply to you and your company?
It was a conversation that I was having with an old partner of mine, and she was telling me, she was like, "This time it have to be something that represents you, because this was me reinventing myself, and Against All Odds was me getting it right. But we didn't have the name yet. We was like brainstorming. And then she was like, with everything that you've been through and the way that you move, and all that, I think you should name it Against All Odds because it speaks volume. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. Now I got to come up with a logo.
Right.
And then she actually gave me the idea for the logo too, because she was like, square the A. Instead of it being AAO, A2O, and it looked hard. And I was like, yeah.
Okay, you know what? I believe she told you some good advice because we hear that Master P, he had no limit. And the time that Master P was building the camp over there, there was a lot of resistance from black-owned labels, and he knew that he was heading up against a force. And I think that's kind of what your partner was telling you too. Like you're finna go into a male-dominant world. I know you just tackled one and showed them how great you was in football, but music is just as gritty as the field.
I had already been in it years, but this was me realizing, hold on, I'm already at the top.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna reinvent myself, basically the Trojan
Oh, that's
horse.
what you mean by reinvent.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the Trojan horse, like.
So it was a company before Against All Odds.
The Fine Entertainment Music Group.
Oh, okay. Now, see, I was kind of lost. I thought maybe you came straight from football into Against All Odds, but it was another company before Against All Odds.
So while I was playing football, like my whole football career, like the beginning of my football, I was interning in the music industry trying to figure out where I was going to be at. So the whole time I'm playing football, I'm doing the music too.
Right.
So I wasn't your ordinary intern. I'm a baller. And so being a female football player, it made a lot of people, it piqued a lot of people's interest. Because, this is a male-dominant business. You're a female playing football, and not only are you female, you cute and you raw.
Right.
I want to get to know you.
Right. I told y'all this she really that person, right?
Yeah.
So let's get into the questions that I prepared about your company Against All Odds, right? Mm-hmm. Against All Odds has become a platform for empowerment artists. Mm-hmm. Can you walk us through the services your company provides? This is another part of the question. And are your agreements contracted, or are they verbal, or are they tailored to meet every artist's need?
So all my contracts, like each individual artist may be at a different level in their career, and they may need something different. So we can tailor the contracts to fit the particular artist. But our ultimate goal is to be the change that we want to see. Because my dad was an entertainer, and he didn't have the best contract situation. So me and him was the one that came up with the idea of doing right by the artist. And then Jonathan was the one that told me how to do it the fair way. He was the one that gave me the information on.
That's the attorney, the mentor.
Attorney. Yeah, because I said, Mr. Black, like, I want to be a label that don't rob the artist. I want to be a label that give them a fair chance without cheating myself, because I know I'm going to have to give up something when I do the joint venture with the majors. So what will be a good number, where it makes sense? Well, we all good, and we all end up being filthy rich at the end once they make it across the finish line. And then he gave me that number, and he was like, this going to come with a lot of resistance, but I know you can do it. And all you got to do is just get one person across the finish line. You change the game.
So let's be fair to who we're talking about. Your mentor, he's from my research, he's no longer here. Yeah. R.I.P. to your mentor, right?
These are my big three here. They all deceased. My dad passed away in 2018. Alvin passed away in 2021, and Mr. Black passed away in 2023.
But the lessons that they're taught you is living on through Against All Odds.
Yeah.
That's real.
Legacy.
That's real. Life. And what I just heard you say was he was basically telling you, and from your daddy being an artist, that you're basically for the artist. You want to make sure that they excel, and then you gon' the money's gonna come for everybody. It's gonna
come because I'm gonna work with more than one artist, so you don't have to take everything from an artist. If this your passion and you're gonna be in it for the long haul, get a piece of everybody.
I wish everybody played the game felt like that, man. I wish everybody had the artists and the reason I wanted you and I'm so like I was so happy that you accepted this interview is because I deal with a lot of artists that come sit right where you sitting at, and I want them to have a place that I could say the OG stamp this person right here in their business and know that I put them in a safe place, in a safe situation. Yeah. So that's why I took this interview so personal. And you know, we from the same hood, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only just that, I know like over talking to you and going through what you've been through and knowing the relationship you have, like you said, your dad, being an artist that wasn't in the best situation, I know you have the right intentions for artists to win.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? A lot of people don't know because they don't know the business, and you know everything looked the same because we all in the same business and we all like basically moving around in the same business, around the same circles and all that. So it all looked the same, but it's not the same.
I get it. So let me get into my next question. It's still about your business against all odds because I want, like I just said, I want to connect all the dots. That's the whole purpose of me coming down with What They Do podcast to Miami, my city, right? I know for a while we really haven't been where we need to be at on a global stage. You know, we got companies like what it is, Rolling Loud coming down here. They got an event coming up recently, you know what I mean, with Big Meech type of situation coming up. And I know that our artists is not getting to them big platforms. We have a few, but I know there's a lot more going on in Miami that deserve that type of recognition. Cause we see our style everywhere.
Yeah.
We see our style everywhere. I pointed that out in a few interviews. Like we just seen Drake and Lotto. They doing sticking now. You know what I mean? They sticking. That's our sound. You know what I mean? Like it's our sound. So, but what's missing in Miami though is the all around. Like you say, we in the same circle, but we are not, working our same resources to pull all us to. You know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel. How I feel.
Well, me and my team started a movement, H2O Transformers, and we the Autobots.
Okay.
The Autobots, you know.
You said it. You want to be that change that you want.
We being it. We ain't talking about it. We making a move. We moving.
Facts.
We moving.
So let me get into my next question. Maybe more of your services will come out, and more people in Florida, more artists in Florida will realize what it takes to get to that next level. Because I know you've been in this thing a long time. I did my work on you.
Silent assassin.
Right. Does your company, how does your company generate or prepare, what services is prepare or your packages, you know what I mean, instead, my glass clear, okay, based on results, are your packages based on results? How y'all generate revenue? Is it based on results or is it, you know what I mean, against art, how that part go when you get an artist? Explain to me how it normally goes. If I'm an artist and I come to you for your services, how is it going to work out?
It's several ways that you can generate revenue in this business. Like one, your back end being in order and you having all your music streaming on all these platforms and then you receiving royalties. Or you can be booked, or you can write for people and get paid, It's 1,000,001 ways to skin a cat. And we know all the ways. The ultimate goal for us is to have a joint venture with the majors. Like we have yet to do that part. That's what I'm striving for now. Like I have several artists that I put in position to go to the next level. But now it's me being that label to provide situations for artists myself and walk them through the door. Like
right.
That's what I'm working towards right now. But you can get money from streaming, and you know how that, like, the bigger your marketing is, the further you go. It's no wrong way. It's no one cookie cutter way. Different artists have different things going on, so it just depends on where they at. And we do a evaluation, see where they at, and then move from there. And the goal is to have people coming through our pipeline, which now you're a part of the Autobox because we connected now.
I get it. So okay, speaking to new artists, up and coming artists, right? Artist development, artist development. With social media, right now, a lot of artists feel like they may not need the service or not. Maybe they feel like they could get on social media and develop themselves. Me personally, I have seen that go wrong in numerous cases. You know what I mean? I'm gonna name one, the Kodak Black situation with the live mic doing the Nipsey Hussle situation. You know what I mean? Like he basically having locker room talk, not knowing that there's a live mic around, and then he lose a lot of different contracts and almost got his whole tour
Yeah, no,
canceled.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I'm familiar with it. I think maybe I see him shaking his head. Maybe he know what I'm talking about. But so my question is, with the elevation of social media and impact that it has on the artist, right? And the image that it has, the impact that it has on the artist's image, development becomes a critical in building that type of stability for their career. Can you share, the reasons why every artist should have, that type of service, to have the development or the service that you offer?
Yeah, well, it's very important that every artist have artist development to prepare them for that. And then the flip side of that is having the artists who listen, because you can prepare them all you want to, but it's up to them to take the information you give them and obtain it and then use it, like apply it. Because a lot of people will be listening, but they not applying the information. And a lot of people be overly prepared and they still go out and do the opposite of what you taught them. So that vary either way. Sometimes people have to learn by experience.
So do y'all like prep artists for interviews? You know what I mean? Like interacting with the public. Like what all type of ads? Like just explain to them a little in depth. Like what comes with the package of.
Like I have a whole team of people. Like I even have a publicist that's a part of my team that I use. And once the artists get to that point where they need a publicist, like you done cross your T's, dot your I's, you done pass certain levels of the test, then now it's time to move up a notch. And that's where she come in at and start addressing certain things. Because there's levels to the business. Like you don't want to jump out there and use a publicist and you ain't selling nothing or you haven't made any noise, and that's just wasting money. No, we don't do that. We grow to those levels.
Yeah, I met a lot of artists. Like we say, I'm in the circle. I move around, and they first thing they do, they get some music out. They go hire, they go get someone to make their beats. They spend a little money. They shoot a little iPhone video or whatever, and then next thing you know, they got merch. And then they stuck, like you say, with a waste of money, not a proper development, and then they wondering like they think the world hating on them or nobody letting them in.
You know the biggest misconception for up-and-coming artists? They don't understand that this is a service-based business. Like, it costs to be in the business. Not that you paying somebody to give you an opportunity. No, you paying somebody for their services to help market your product.
Right.
Or promote your brand. Like, these people have jobs. Like, you paying them to do their job.
Facts.
You're not they not taking your money. But it is some people out there that do that, but that's where that trial and error, knowing the right people, having the right relationships. Like, I bump my head a lot of times. I won't call it failing because I don't lose. It's lessons for me.
Right.
Like, it's all lessons. And everything that I've been through, like hindsight being 2020, I'm grateful. Thank you. Like, made me tough. In a great way.
And I know for a fact that my platform, a lot of artists, especially in South Florida, is paying attention to what they do, and they inbox me a lot. They you know what I'm saying. I hope that they're really understanding what you are saying tonight because it takes a team.
Yeah.
And everybody is trying to do this by themselves, or they trying to do it with their homeboys, and they're trying to do it with that, and they're not prepared. I read an article about this sister that built a wine company out of.
Oh, Uncle Neris.
You know what I'm saying? She was on the Forbes list,
Yeah,
and she
she's a billionaire now.
she basically said the exact same thing you just said. She hired the people. They asked her in the Forbes list. They asked her what would she contribute to her success. She said, and I quote, she said that I hire the people that's best at what they'll do, and I get out the way.
Well, listen, when I first started my companies, I used to want, I'm the CEO, I want to do it. But you start to learn, like, to elevate, it's going to take way more than you.
It's going to take a team.
It's going to take a team, and the right team.
Even with me and my podcast, I can't do this by myself. I mention a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what you, I love what y'all said. Y'all the Transformer, man.
And we the Autobots.
The Autobots, man. It need to be a transform, especially down in South Florida, man.
Yeah.
Like down here, like, you know, being in Florida, what you kind of like figure is holding so many Florida artists not to get, like, I mean, for real, like, we got a top few.
The right opportunities, the right people leading the way, the right situations, because you know everybody don't fit. It's like picking your team. Like, it's like high school. It's like sports. You can turn it to any scenario. Like think about when you was in high school. You hung with a certain group of people. You know, think about when you joined teams. It was a certain group of people that connected. Think about if you ever won a championship before, which I haven't as a player, but I got 3 as coach. Everybody got to be together on the same page, striving for the same goal.
I get it.
Got to buy into the system and believe it, because every team don't have the same playbook, but it don't mean that it ain't gonna work.
Okay, on the flip side, let me get to my next question. Achievements and success blueprint. You kind of gave us some of the blueprint just then, but on the flip side, what are some of the most memorable, successful moments you had, and accomplishment so far in your career, an extraordinary career that you live? Tell us a memorable moment.
In the sports or the music?
In both.
In both. Okay, so in the music, I got the opportunity to work behind the scene on a Pretty Ricky project with Alvin, and like just being behind the scene, being a part of putting that whole thing together and learning how that worked, that was a major accomplishment for me, because I watched them come from nowhere.
Right.
When they used to have glitter on their clothes.
Pretty Ricky.
Seeing them boys on 106 and Park standing on the couch, like, oh shit.
That was a good wave for the city, man.
Yeah,
I love Pretty Ricky. Shout out to Pretty Ricky, man. And you happen to be a part of some of that success at the time?
Like I was in the studio with Alvin when he used to be working on their stuff. And then he used to be saying, boy, I'm going to put this right here and I'll make this with it. And I watched him, like, mix some of their stuff. And then Baby Blue come in there. And, like, I seen that. That was a great accomplishment. And then, like, starting my own company for the first time, being my own boss, that was an accomplishment for me. And then being a part of a historical mixtape like Keith Wallace, Bars Over Bullshit. We broke the internet. Like 8 million people was trying to download it at the same time.
Wow.
Like that was a major accomplishment. Like being behind Straight Outta Date, like putting that together, like being the executive producer of that, and just watching, like being a part of greatness, because there was a lot of great artists on that collaboration, which that was my executive production right there. And then taking over 99 Jams with the Keith Wallace project, MLK Day, like that.
I love Keith Wallace, man. I love that positive message. That's someone that I'm really inspiring. If you Keith Wallace, you watching this interview, man, I definitely want to have him on the platform. Yeah, like, I love that positive energy. How it is being around him? Because I just know him by watching him on social media and listening to his music.
Like, I haven't talked to him in probably like 10 years.
Wow.
The business side of things.
Okay.
Yeah, but the run, like it all coming together, and my partner Will, who originally had him before he signed him over to me for me to take it over, he's special. He have a special gift. Like God really got his hands on him.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
you know, I'm looking over as a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a question just came to mind. What roles they played? Because you said it wasn't this just part of the team. What roles these two gentlemen played in
So
against all odds?
they both wear multiple hats. Like Rob Skeeter, DJ, producer, and A&R and management. Cap Kush, he's an artist and manager and director.
So bro, what kind of music like what you rapping, your R&B? What we can expect from you?
Primarily a rapper, but to sum it up, an artist, because I don't put myself in a box as far as creativity is concerned. You know, I love to focus on the music aspect of it, but like she said, with with creative film directing and stuff like that, so I'm definitely into that too. So I do a lot of filming, and I do a lot of post editing and everything like that, little small short films and everything. So we got another artist that's not here today, TK Magic. We do a lot of films, and whenever you get some time, you check it out. We got a lot of little short films promoting her record.
I gotta look into it because I spent so much time. It was like a whole week's worth of homework just studying this phenomenal lady right here, man. Just everything that she's bringing to the culture, man. You know what I mean? Inspiring, from the sports to the music. You ever have just like little fans run up to you, little girls, and that type of stuff, just see you in public and like, can I take a picture?
I do a real good job with hiding in plain sight, if that makes sense.
Because they need to see you, man. They need to know like you inspirational to a lot of especially little girls coming up in Liberty City, man. Like you inspirational, man. You done broke down some barriers.
Like, you know, it's crazy. Like I like working with kids. So like whenever I need to like get my head right or I need to go back to work, because it takes a lot of money to do this, I go back to either the school or the park.
Right.
And when I go to the school, I don't talk about myself. It's all music, because if I talk about me, then I know they're going to go look me up.
Right.
But every time I leave the school, my inbox get flooded. Oh, you flawed. Miss Dixon, why you ain't tell me?
That you got all these things. I got everything like this going on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, when y'all finally get, and I know it's a lot of people already know about you, especially in our region right now. And my biggest supporters are from South Florida, so it's a lot of that people that subscribe to the platform that already know about you, right? But what can they expect from against all odds, the Autobots, the Transformers?
This finna be the Miami Motown. We finna do it big.
The Miami Motown.
Yeah.
Right here in Miami.
Right here in Miami, because the right people are coming together. And, you know, like you say, you did your research. And for a long time, I had issues because I was proving myself. And, you know, it's hard to believe all those accomplishments coming from a girl.
Right.
You know, it's unbelievable. It's not realistic to the naked eye. And then it was too soon to reveal what we was doing, because you talk too much, you're not gonna accomplish what you're setting out to accomplish. So it was like moving in silence and tell a little bit to get more people involved, and move in silence and tell a little, like give and take.
I think after, you know, dealing with the presidential election, we see that a woman ran for the first for the office. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of barriers are being broken down. I think if it was Michelle Obama to ran, we probably would have had a female president. You know what I mean? That's just my personal. But I said that to connect the fact that
it's possible.
you know, I'm not underestimating no gender.
Yeah.
And my followers and the people that's watching this interview and the people that's gonna go back and look you up, they gonna see not to underestimate you. Against all odds, it's definitely going, like you one of those people that when you set your mind, like the introduction that I read, like you breaking down barriers, you're passionate, you determined. I
mean,
don't see nothing holding you back.
Listen, from a little girl, like, I'm a dream catcher. I tell people all the time, I'm a dream catcher. I'm not a dream chaser, because I believe whatever you put your mind to, you can do, as long as you're moving forward in that direction. Because, I mean, if you don't quit, you're going to get there.
Facts.
Let's keep going.
So, before I let you go, I know, like, you know what I mean, we probably gonna have to run this back because, like you said, you got a team, and I would personally, like, I would be honored if against all odds, the Autobots, that y'all continue partnership with the platform so we can continue to be a circle. Like, I want to be part of Motown. I want to be part of Motown in Miami. You know what I mean? I want to be part of the Autobots. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how more powerful we could be together. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been wanting to achieve down here. And I'm glad that I had the pleasure of, you know what I mean, being introduced to you and we reaching out and making this happen.
I'm grateful.
I'm very grateful. See, I got myself all together for you, homegirl. Like, we subbers. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brown Sub and shout out to Against All Odds. Shout out to you.
No scrub shit.
No sub, you know what I mean? Scrub shit, no scrub shit, man. You already know what it is. All subs, all day, man. You gotta be from Miami, know what we talking about. But I ain't catch that. But anyway, listen. Nah, for real, man. Like, it was a pleasure. It's a pleasure, man. Always. I want them to know exactly where they can find everything out about you, your movement, your group, your team. You can just plug them in. They right there. Just plug them on in to where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere. My name, Anonka Dixon, ANONKADIXON, and I'm going to pop up. My partner over here, Rob Skeet. Tell them where they can find you at.
Instagram, DJ Rob Skeet. Facebook, Robert Baker Jr. I'll let your boy.
And y'all can find me on all platforms, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, wherever. Pop me in Google, Cap Kush, and that's KAPPKUSH.
Anything? Go ahead. I was
just going to piggyback off of, that's Mr. Man of the Year, Cap Kush.
Cap Kush.
And then,
you already know.
Yeah.
And shout out TK Magic, man. Shout out DJ Panda.
Official D-Angel.
Official D-Angel, man. You know what I'm saying? We on the way, you heard me? Coming.
Y'all be on the lookout, man. To y'all, I'm gonna tell you, this one right here, the OG had to do extra homework for, man. Y'all go look her up for yourself, man. I'm telling you. Definitely, me, be honest, I was more impressed by that arm. You know what I mean? But not only that arm, just the body of work, your background in the music industry. And like I was telling, like, a lot of my artists that come through here, especially the up and coming artists, it's very important, man, that you look into artist development, man. Real talk. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all trying to do it on your own, and you really just wasting a lot of money when you could just get the people that's best to do the things that you need to just focus on the music. Focus on the music. Get with people like the machine. This is a machine right here. Like, the people that's qualified to, tell them what I'm saying. Like, really, like, you've been telling them.
It's a lot of work.
It's work at this, man. This is, you see people and their success, and you see them in their season, and you think that it happened a certain kind of way, and you just heard it from my guest tonight, man. It happened by having a strategic plan and preparing yourself with the right type of people. And, you know what I mean? So you could walk into them doors. I know for sure, like she said, her father was in a bad contract. We know Megan Thee Stallion was in a bad contract at the beginning of her career. Like, there's so many examples. And if you want to keep yourself from making mistakes early on in the game and get where you need to get faster and more efficient, I suggest that you check out, man, Against All Odds, knowing someone, like she said, like you said, your father and your mentor told you to set a certain type of price, a certain type of level.
Certain standard.
Standard.
Yeah, set a certain standard and then stick with it. Like my contracts, the ones that I have, the template, like it's non-negotiable because it's already the best. It's already at the top. Like
Guaranteed.
Nobody not giving those out.
Guaranteed. I'm going with the quarterback, man. I'm going with the quarterback that's gonna run the real plays, man. That's been under pressure, proven. You have been proven.
And I'm teaching you how to fish.
And you teaching how to fish.
Giving you the game.
I know for sure, man. And I know that after they watch the interview, after they do their homework, they're gonna know too, man, that you qualified to do what you say you doing, man. You've been doing it for a while. I happen to meet certain people and just mention your name.
They tell me the same thing. I didn't even know that.
I mentioned your name a few times a day. Cause I was so geeked about this interview. I name dropped, and I don't do it often. I was like, and I just felt like I know it, and then I wasn't surprised that everybody knew you.
Listen, I've been in
DJ Nasty
my whole life. I've been
like
I'm so Miami.
Yeah, you so Miami.
And then you got to see them highlights. I'm jumping all in the stands. If I had dreads, I'd be shaking them.
Okay. Thanks for coming out tonight, man. We're gonna definitely have to run this back when you got some, when we get this Motown thing really in their face. Yeah. I would love to have you back.
Oh, we have a platform. But I'll have the exact address, but you can Google it, and then they on Instagram.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna drop it in the link where y'all can find right here in Miami, right? Yeah. Or in Broward.
It's in Broward, but our night is called Henny Time Live from the 305.
Henny Time Live from the 305. I will have that in the interview in the description. So if you're a new artist and you want to get out and you want to meet this lady right here and you want to be, you want to see if this is the situation that you want to be in to get to that next level, there it is, man. A good way to find it, a good way to highlight your talent. Thank you for coming, man.
Thanks for having me.
Man, it's always a pleasure. You see what it is? You the only one got me in the suit. Watch all the videos, man. Watch all the interviews. No one else got me in the suit, man. It's my homegirl. Y'all make sure y'all support her. Make sure y'all check her out, man. Yeah. Transforming the game, man. Right here, Motown in Miami.
Yeah, Miami Motown, we got this.